The most pulled image on Docker Hub, nginx. It serves over 31% of all websites, and with one Docker command, you can run it too. In the next 12 minutes, you will turn it into a web server, a reverse proxy, and a secure front door for all your apps. Let's start.
Why nginx? 3 reasons. First, it is the most pulled image on Docker Hub, with over 13 billion downloads. Second, it is the #1 web server on the internet, serving almost a third of all websites. And third, it is the perfect front door for your containers. One port 80 in front of every app you run. Your browser talks to nginx, and nginx decides which app answers.
Which web server should you pick? Nginx leads with 31.5% of all websites. Apache still runs 23%, and Caddy is the newcomer with automatic HTTPS. Nginx is event-driven, fast, and it does double duty as a reverse proxy. For beginners, the choice is simple. Start with nginx. It is the one-command solution we use for the rest of this video.
Time for your first web server. Open PowerShell and type one command. Docker run with -d, -name my nginx, -p, 80 to 80, and the image name nginx. Press enter. Docker pulls the image, shows you the digest, and prints the container ID. Check it with Docker PS. Your container is up. Now open your browser and go to localhost. You see the Welcome to Nginx page. No installation, no config file. One command, and you have a real web server. It is serving you right now.
Serving the default page is fun, but you want your own site. Create a folder called HTML and write an index.html file inside it. Then run Docker again, but this time add a volume flag. -v, your folder, colon, the container path, colon RO. That maps your files into the web root. Now open localhost on port 8080. There it is, your own page served by nginx. And here is the magic. Edit the file, save it, and refresh. The change appears instantly. No rebuild, no restart.
How does nginx know what to serve? A config file called default.conf. Every line matters. Listen 80 means answer on port 80. Server name localhost is the host name you visit. The location block handles every request. Root points to the folder on disk, and index says which file to open first. Error page 500, 52, 53, 54 keeps errors friendly. That is the whole default server. Port, hostname, path, folder, and fallback. Now you can read any nginx config.
Here's the superpower, a reverse proxy. Your browser sends one request to nginx on port 80. Nginx looks at the path and forwards it to the right app. App A on port 3000, App B on port 8080. You never open those ports to the world. The rule lives in one line. Location, then proxy pass with the app name and port. One port open, every app reachable. That is the front door we promised.
Let's prove it with real containers. First, create a private network. Docker network create my network. Now run 2 tiny apps called Huami and put them on that network. They print their own container ID when visited. Finally, run nginx on the same network with a config that routes path A to Huami A and path B to Huami B. Notice the addresses. They are container names, not IPs. Open localhost/A. It shows Hawami A. Open localhost/B. It shows Hawami B. Same nginx, same port, different app. Docker's built-in DNS did the routing.
Now let's talk about HTTPS. Let's Encrypt gives you free certificates, valid for 90 days, and Certbot fetches them for you. The command runs Certbot in a container and asks for a certificate for your domain. Remember the catch. Let's Encrypt must reach your server on port 80 from the internet. So localhost can never get a public certificate. Nobody owns localhost. For a home lab, point a DuckDNS name at your IP or use the tool in the next scene, which does everything for you.
nginx Proxy Manager gives you a reverse proxy with a friendly interface, one compose file, the image, the ports, 80, 81, and 443, and 2 folders for data. Run compose up, open localhost, port 81. Sign in with admin at example.com and the password change.me. It forces you to set new credentials right away. Now click Add Proxy Host. Fill in the domain, the app name, and the port. Save. Then open the SSL tab and request a new certificate. Let's Encrypt issues it, and NPM renews it automatically. That is the whole setup.
When things break, read the message. 52 bad gateway means nginx could not reach the app. The error log tells you exactly what failed. Check the container name and the port. 403, forbidden, usually means a missing index file. Add 1, and it's fixed. Port already allocated? Something else took port 80. Stop the old container, or use another port. A connection refused on the upstream? Your proxy pass points at nothing. Fix the name or the port. And after a restart, use Docker's resolver to keep nginx finding your app.
You now own the front door? 6 steps. Run nginx with one command. Serve your own HTML with a volume. Understand the config. Add proxy pass for reverse proxying. Use container names, not IPs. Get HTTPS with Certbot or nginx Proxy Manager. And when it breaks, check the errors we just fixed. The official docs are in the description. Which app will you put behind nginx first? Tell us in the comments. Subscribe, and see you in the next one.